Good morning, everybody. John Stamper here, host of AADOM Radio. We are at AADOM's 15th annual conference. Wow, 15 years. Pretty crazy. It's Saturday morning. It has been an amazing week, and what an honor it has been to be able to showcase a lot of the great companies here, talk to a lot of the attendees, and just have everybody share all the things they're doing in order to move dental practices forward. And so I am very, very excited this morning because we have GPM with us, and so we're going to talk a little bit of marketing. This is the Jen and Erica show, so welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, John. Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
So we were just talking. Certainly want to have you guys talk about GPM and the great things you guys are doing. I mean, marketing is changing, and I know you guys have such great insight on that. Let's first talk about this meeting, what it's been like. This is GPM's second year here at the AADOM conference. So, just talk a little bit about that, what it's been like.
Perfect. We love everyone here at AADOM. The members of AADOM, these office managers that work so hard in their offices every day. I love that the doctors trust them enough to send them out to an event like this where they can network with other office managers like themselves and talk about struggles and challenges and share great stories that all help them grow their practices.
Yes.
I think from a marketing perspective, I think this is one of our better shows. The energy is palpable, as you could hear. The music is pumping.
Yeah.
The people are smiling. People are laughing no matter where you go all day long. And our booth has been nonstop traffic.
Yes.
So busy that we literally gave away all of our phone rings that we had and our measuring tape and all of our printed material.
We were dashing for Hershey Kisses. Oh my God.
We need something to draw them to the booth. So day one, gone. And now this is the last day of the show, and we're looking forward to wrapping it up and regrouping with a lot of our awesome clients in the near future.
Yeah, I love that. And Erica, talk a little bit about the conversations with some of the office managers, right? I mean, marketing it's on everybody's brain. It's one of those things, as you know, that they have all these other things they have to do that they're learning about, but then you put marketing on top. So talk what that's been like.
Yeah, so first of all, it's amazing to see how much passion they all have for the practices that they work in. I love what I do, and they actually truly love what they do. So one of the first questions I always ask when they come up to the booth is, okay, do you like marketing or do you hate it? And I swear, most of them are like, oh God, no, I hate it, but I have to do it.
Right.
And a couple are like, yeah, actually I like it. So it's neat to see their reaction and then have the possibility to change how they feel about it. To say, hey, we can make your life easier, we can make your partner, and trust me, it's really not that bad. It's actually really cool. It's telling your story.
Yes. I'm glad you brought that up, and I think that, I mean, as you guys know, there's so many elements of marketing in the dental practice, all the buzzwords, SEO and websites and all that type of stuff. But when you talk with them, talk a little bit about some of the specifics that you guys like to focus on, right? I know there's a lot of pieces of it, but what makes you guys amazing?
One of the things that sets us apart is not only are we a marketing agency, we're dental niched. We understand their industry. It's what we've been doing for almost 20 years.
Right.
And that gives us a leg up against our competition because we have that. The other thing that sets us apart is that we are a full comprehensive agency.
Right.
So much like they would in their practice provide a new patient comprehensive exam, treatment plan, diagnose, and then phase treatment, we do the same for our offices. We partner with them at that level and say, we're going to do a full diagnostic on your practice because everything is marketing. From how you answer the phone, how the patients walk in the office, how they're treated, the day of and post-appointment, and retention. Everything is marketing, and how do we get those patients in the door? So when we talk to these office managers and we explain to them, I can take marketing off your shoulders. Let us be your partner. We're now part of your team. I will figure out what's working for you, what's not, what you should and could be doing. Let's figure out how to make it affordable. Let's figure out your timeline and budget. And at that point, I do all the management and the monitoring and the measuring of your marketing. We've got great data software that allows us to do that. Takes the guesswork out of marketing. Let the data drive your marketing.
So I just put myself in the shoes of an office manager, and I just took a big sigh of relief. I was like, all right.
We saw that look. We saw that look today.
I was like, sweet.
About 500 times we saw that look.
But again, I think to your point, that's what they want, right? They want to go to somebody that says, listen, if I'm going to have you guys do this, just lay it out for me. And there's that comfort level.
Right.
Absolutely.
And it's all under one umbrella. So no longer having to call multiple different reps and where's that number and, oh my gosh, is the message going to be the same? It's one phone. one call, one person, and then you get the whole team behind
Sure.
you.
Right.
Yeah.
And we focus a lot on the goals and the challenges, and it's really more personal, going deeper.
Yeah, the perception is that if you work with a marketing agency, you're going to spend a lot more money.
Sure.
And that is not true.
Right.
When you work with a marketing agency, time is money. So if your front office can spend her time doing things that are a bit more relevant to her position, and you're paying an agency to do the same, you're actually saving money in the
Sure,
end.
sure.
It's a math problem.
So I think what's great about these shows, in particular this conference, is the feedback that both of you get to take back to the company.
Absolutely.
What are some things that you guys have learned in the last couple of days, other than how much marketing materials to bring next time, that you can, which you guys were spot on, right?
We were.
I would expect a marketing company to know what you needed, and I
yeah.
love the fact that you ran out of it. I think that's
Yeah.
pretty awesome, unless somebody wanted something. But when you think about some of the feedback you got and taking it back to the company, with these conversations with the office managers, Erica, talk a little bit about that, of
I
where you're going
really
next.
appreciated how AADOM had the panel for us to be able to speak to the office managers directly and really pick their brain. And at times I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, that should have been like really obvious. I should have known not to call like on a Monday morning.
Right.
But even little instructions on, okay, these are the best times to reach us. And guess what? We want to be reached out to.
Right.
But
Yeah.
this is the best way to do it. I think that was so invaluable. Yeah, that's
You're talking about the course for
the exhibitors.
Gotcha. Yes.
This
yes,
is like the only
yes.
conference that has a course for the exhibitors. They invited us down to sit with 5 office managers.
Yes.
And they allowed us to ask really direct questions. And we all had some.
Right.
We all had like very specific questions. And we were like, oh, no, me next.
Yes. Yes. Of course. Right.
Yeah, well, that's great networking too,
Of
because
course.
at the end of the day, if you have a question, I am sure that most of the other exhibitors have questions very similar to that. And it
Yeah.
allows that experience to really just kind of spread its wings amongst all the exhibitors as well as the office managers.
Yeah. There's no question.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing that I took away is just how overwhelmed, the office managers are, and how they really, really do want the help, and how they could use the help. And that every single exhibitor here has their own way to specifically help them.
Absolutely.
And it's just like dating. It's just connecting the right 2 people together.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that I learned here this time, we came with free resources. Free resources that these office managers can take back with them to the offices and deploy within the office. Social media seems to be the hot button right now, as we know, which is why we're doing this.
Yeah. There you go.
And they don't know
Sweet.
where to begin.
I love it.
Did you like that? They
Kind of biased. I'm just saying.
I know.
You know what I mean?
But they don't know where to begin.
Right.
And so we offer a great coaching program to get them sort of kick-started.
Yeah.
We show them the ins and the outs of every social media platform. We give them the tools to make their lives easier. The perception is that social media is time-consuming.
Right.
And it really doesn't need to be.
Sure.
You just need to know how to do it. Talk to the experts. That's why all of us are here. We're all experts in our
Yep.
own way.
Yeah.
Well, and I think what's interesting about that, and I'm glad you guys did this, is because you know it. If there's new concepts that you as a company want them to start to understand how to implement, you have to you got to hold their hand a little bit.
You do.
Yeah.
They
Right?
want.
I mean, that's
they
what's
want
different.
that.
There's a lot of overwhelming pieces, as you guys know, with marketing, and if you don't walk them down that path, you may never have them get there.
Right.
So I love the whole free resource approach and giving some of that away.
I love free advice. It's
Yeah.
You can build a lot of trust that way because we might not be the perfect fit for everybody.
Yeah.
But let me at least let you walk away with some piece of advice, something that will help you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Erica, could you share? Your company has a pretty cool story.
It
right?
does.
Because you spoke about dental specific only. Could you just take a minute or two to kind of share your why?
I would love to.
You know?
So first off, the story behind Zanya and the company itself is that she was in marketing previous to Golden Proportions, and her husband had graduated from dental school. And naturally, it's like, oh, honey, of course, let me help you out. And it started to go well. And then other practices started to ask her, can you do some dental marketing for me? And that was almost 20 years ago, right? My personal why is that all of these practices and these doctors, they're coming, bringing a community together. They're telling a story. They're finding a place for people to fit. I want to help get that story out.
Right.
And marketing is how you do it.
Right.
What modality of marketing?
Sure.
Well, that comes down to what goal do you have? You
Right.
know, how can we get you the best results? But
Right.
truly, at the end of the day, I'm a big helper, and I love to learn about people and their practices and then tell that story to help create a community.
Yes.
And our company is very much backed by that.
Yes. Well, I'm glad you shared that because I know it was a very special story. And I think that's important, right?
It is,
I
it
think,
really
you know,
is.
I mean, it's one of the things that I try to do when I talk to companies. And certainly we want to highlight the products, the features and the benefits and things like that. But just like so many of you are trying to explain to them the importance of getting their why out and not just putting an advertise out there that says we do implants,
Right.
you know,
Right.
dot.
Yeah.
How about why you want to do implants,
Yeah.
right? Or why it's important, or maybe
Yeah.
talk about a story of a patient. I mean, you guys get it, but that's what matters.
I think the most important thing, you know, the reason why we help our offices market, they're changing lives.
Yes.
Right.
They are changing people's lives. They are making them healthier. They are sometimes giving them their life back. If you've ever met someone who has been really uncomfortable with their smile or in pain, they're usually pretty miserable. They can't eat the foods that they would love to.
Right.
And our doctors are changing their lives. And I think that's why I'm so passionate about the marketing. I love from my end to sit back and watch our practices flourish and talk to patients during like video testimonials.
Right.
You know, and get that emotional marketing in place for our clients because that's what sells. Let your patients tell their stories.
So we watch all of the videos afterwards, and the whole office will be crying,
Right,
you know,
right,
watching
right,
the
right, right.
testimonials
Yeah.
because it reminds us of this is why we do this.
Yeah.
Right,
This
right,
really
right.
is
Brings it
changing
home.
Yeah,
lives.
it's very
Really brings it
powerful.
home.
Yeah.
So I want to have a little bit of respect for your voice because you've been talking a lot. Could you let everybody know how they can find out more about GPM and all that?
Definitely. You can visit our
You're
website.
welcome.
It's Golden Proportions Marketing. You could follow us on social media. You could always reach out to myself, Erica, at goldenproportionsmarketing.com as well.
Yeah, awesome. So next year, AADOM, I'm sure you guys will be
Most
here.
definitely.
We are
Yes,
signing up
we're all
in about a
fighting
half
like
an
who
hour.
gets to go. I'm like, no, I'm first. I'm here for sure.
Boca Raton. I'm totally going. I'm
Right?
a Florida girl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's been awesome, ladies.
Thank you,
Really,
John.
really appreciate your
Thank you, John.
time and sharing what you guys are doing and what the event's been like. So enjoy the rest of the day.
We
Thanks.
appreciate
All
it.
right, you
Thank
got it. Take care.